Alright, let's go. Let's do this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so this is purely... yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think we'll listen to him this time, maybe. For a while. And then we'll fuck shit up. What? Meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
What is this?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Office party on Friday at 4 o'clock. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So we're going to that party if we're still here. What is this? Get Chris out of the broom closet. Ongoing. What? Hi. Papers are too... Alright. Fuck. Pie chart. What the fuck? I can't be bothered looking at all those other things. What? Broom closet. Chris! Come on. Chris is in here. Chris, get out. Get out, Chris! God damn. Chris, get out. No, you're bullshitting me. There's something in here. I'm gonna close this door. There's something in here. Chris is in here. Chris, get out of here, you little fuck. Chris!
No choice to make.
What?
Just
What?
an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Chris! You need it. You need to get out of here, Chris, wherever you are. You hide? Are you hiding under there? Fucking asshole. What?
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is,
Oh.
he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
F.A.? F.A.? I'm looking for Chris. Well, he's not in here. They must have got him out. Alright, let's see. Oh, where are we going?
To a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fuck you! Let's go in here. What's going on? Let's go Akiar.
He just couldn't do it.
No, I could not.
Considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be proud for that.
Yeah, god damn
In
it.
such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked up?
What?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Very simply repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ah!
Then he
What?
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
What the fuck?
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
You're crazy, Stanley.
The voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
This is so fucked.
I am okay.
This is really fucked.
Stanley began screaming. Please,
oh
someone
God.
Wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Oh shit.
I must be real.
What the fuck?
Anyone hear my
What?
voice? Who am I? Who
What the
am
fuck?
I?
What?
Everything went black.
What? Well, shit.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What?
And though she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, with very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What the fuck? So, what? Am I dead? Am I gonna start off from wow.